Someone in your life right now is studying you. Not because they care, but because they're learning exactly how to use you. And here's the disturbing part, there isn't one kind of person who does this. There are three. The first makes you feel like the most special person in the room, until you stop being useful. The second watches you fall apart, and feels absolutely nothing. The third has been calculating how to use you since the moment you met. They are not movie villains. They're called the Dark Triad, and statistically, you've already met all three. By the end of this video, you'll know how to spot each one, before they ever get the chance. The Dark Triad is one of the most studied concepts in modern personality psychology. First defined by researchers Paulus and Williams in 2002, it describes three overlapping personality traits: narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. Each one is dangerous on its own. Combined, they create some of the most effective and destructive people you'll ever encounter. Today we break down exactly what each type looks like in real life, how to identify them before they cause damage, and one simple test that exposes all three. New here? Subscribe. New dark psychology content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. The three types, and what makes each dangerous. Type 1, the narcissist. Not the self-attacking, self-absorbed person you might imagine. Clinical narcissism is a deep, fragile ego that requires constant external validation. Key behaviors: they start relationships with love bombing, overwhelming attention and affection. Then comes the devaluation phase, criticism, subtle put-downs, moving the goalposts. Finally, discard. The moment you stop providing supply. What makes narcissists uniquely dangerous? They're often charming, successful, and deeply convincing. Research shows narcissists consistently outperform in job interviews and first impressions. Type 2, the psychopath. The word psychopath sounds extreme. But subclinical psychopathy, which exists on a spectrum, is estimated to affect 1 in 25 people. The defining feature is not violence. It's the absence of empathy combined with high impulsivity. Psychopaths process other people's pain the way the rest of us process background noise. It simply doesn't register as significant. Key behaviors: superficial charm, pathological lying, zero remorse, inability to maintain long-term relationships. Type 3, the Machiavellian. Named after Niccolo Machiavelli, who famously wrote that the ends justify the means. The Machiavellian isn't emotionally dysregulated like the narcissist, and they're not impulsive like the psychopath. They're patient, strategic, long-game players. They study you. They learn what you want, what you fear, what you'll trade. And then they use that information, methodically, without guilt. The overlap, and why it matters. Here's the critical insight most people miss: these three types frequently overlap in the same person. The psychopathy and narcissism combination produces someone with charisma and zero remorse. The narcissism and Machiavellianism combination produces a master manipulator with a fragile ego, the most unpredictable type. All three together? Researchers call it the toxic core. A 2021 study in the Journal of Research in Personality found that individuals scoring high on all three dark triad traits were significantly overrepresented in leadership positions. Read that again: the traits we most need to protect ourselves from are the same traits that help people reach the top. And here's what they all share at a fundamental level: they treat relationships as transactions. Every interaction is a calculation of what can be extracted. The one-test method, and how to protect yourself. Researchers have found that dark triad individuals share one reliable behavioral tell. It's called the response to accountability. When a healthy person makes a mistake, they experience guilt, discomfort caused by their own actions. They apologize. They adjust. When a dark triad individual is held accountable, they experience something different: shame rage. Instead of "I did something wrong," the reaction is "you made me look bad." The result is an immediate attack, blame shifting, gaslighting, DAVO, deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. Here's the test: hold them gently accountable for something small. Watch the reaction. Not what they say, what they do. A healthy person can tolerate accountability. A dark triad person cannot. 3 protective principles. 1. Trust patterns, not promises. Dark triad individuals are often brilliant communicators. Words mean nothing, behavior over 6 months means everything. 2. Protect your information. Every personal detail you share with a Machiavellian is ammunition. Share less until trust is genuinely established. 3. Exit quietly. Dark triad individuals escalate when challenged directly. The safest exit is a slow, undramatic fade, not a confrontation. To summarize, the dark triad, narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism, describes 3 personality patterns built on exploitation, zero remorse, and a transactional view of human relationships. They're more common than most people realize. They're often in positions of power. And the accountability test is your most reliable early warning system. If this video gave you clarity on someone in your life, share it. Comment below, which of the 3 types have you encountered? And if you want the next layer, how to actually exit a dark triad relationship safely, let me know. Subscribe. See you Thursday.